Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Nameless, the one thing you must recall. And we are still on Lance's route, though not a whole lot has been happening with him. He's a very slow character to deal with apparently, but we saved him from dissection, and we gave him some candied lemon tea, so hopefully those got us on his good side a little bit. Right now, Yuri seems to want to do something besides take a cab to school tomorrow, so I'm wondering if he's going to walk with us and ride the bus, which will be kind of odd, but let's see what he has in mind. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
Anyways, do I have to take the cab tomorrow too? I'm kind of tired of it. Should I ride something else?
Like the bus?
It's none of my business which you ride to school. I will take the bus.
Yuri should get used to the bus too. It's too expensive to take the cab every day. Unless we have a van or limousine, we all have to take the bus. And besides, I still get worried when we go to school separately. Wouldn't it be better to all go together on the bus, though it's a little bit uncomfortable? While adding those last words, I look at Yano. Yano lowered his eyebrows, as if he felt sorry, and smiled. Everyone dragged their exhausted bodies and went inside the house. And...
A limousine?
What are you thinking, Yuri? No one heard Yuri mumble from behind. I sat down at my desk after coming home and washed. I habitually open my diary and think about what happened today. Today was a long day, too. Thank God, Yano is safe. I kept on writing. I've been writing twice as much in my diary nowadays. Well, there's a lot more to write about now. My life has never been this full of bizarre events and accidents. My dolls have become human and are going to the academy with me, and they caught everyone's attention as soon as they entered. The past few days flashed through my mind, and my mind stopped while thinking about what happened today. Never before did I feel this happy and also this anxious. Phew, all done. I stretch. I look out the window. It's already pitch black. Should I go out and get some air? I stood up from my seat. Huh? You're out? I see a familiar silver head.
It's very late.
Lance spoke while looking at me. I know, I just couldn't sleep.
I see.
A lot of things have happened today. Phew.
They did.
I remember what Lance said to Yano earlier. He told him to leave the abandoned cat there. I didn't say anything, but that bothered me a bit. I'm worried whether the cat will be okay. Alright, since I see a lot of stars tonight, I should wish for the cat's happiness. I point at the stars on the sky and exaggerate.
You look quite pathetic.
What? It's all good as long as I'm not embarrassed. What? I end up exaggerating because Lance points out my every move. I said I'm not embarrassed, but now I'm slowly feeling ashamed. I hope the cat's happy. Hope you meet a new owner who lives a long life. Lance was staring at me. I felt better after shouting. I already forgave Yano for disappearing without a word. He's safe, and that's all that matters. Will Yano come and wake me up tomorrow morning? I remember Yano eating dinner, feeling sorry and sullen. Aw. I should be energetic and cheer him up tomorrow. How's the academy for you? As I switched subjects, Lance looked at me.
About the club activity.
Oh, yes. Lance brought it up first.
I think it would be okay to give it a try.
Really? I was already wondering what he thought, since he didn't seem so keen earlier. So I was glad he brought it up first. And I was so glad that Lance took an interest in something by himself. You'll be good at anything.
You are very positive.
What?
You have changed a lot recently.
Well, I have 5 hot guys living in the house with me. He closed his eyes as if he was drowned in his own thoughts. I've changed?
Ever since we became humans.
What was I like before? Well, you played with dolls all the time. He must be talking about when he was still a doll. Come to think of it, You're the oldest doll. He's the oldest amongst all the ball-jointed dolls I have. At the same time, he's the only doll I bought before Grandpa died. You must remember Grandpa. Unlike all the other dolls. It was fun when he was still here. I felt people in the house like I do now. But ever since he died, I couldn't feel it. That's probably why I started talking to you, and then I bought more dolls into the house. I bought the dolls and started talking to them because I hated being alone in the huge empty house. After that, I greeted them and spent my days dressing them up. That was my life until about a fortnight ago. Now I shudder at the thought of going back to my old life. To be honest, when Yano disappeared today, I was so scared. I thought he turned back into a doll. I didn't know before, but that scared me so much. I shuddered at imagining it. Isn't it weird? Just a couple weeks ago you were all dolls. I've gotten so used to everything the past couple of days. I lowered my gaze. You guys turning back into dolls. I don't like it now. I hate it. One day it might happen. Will you have to turn into dolls one day? I raise my head and look at Lance. I feel nervous. I'm afraid I'll go through the same feelings I had when Grandpa died. When my family disappears, I'll be left in the empty house by myself again. The house will be quiet again. Yano won't come to wake me up, and Tay won't cook breakfast for me. Lance won't get mad, Yuri won't make jokes, and Red won't be running around like crazy. Even when I go to Banjul, I won't bring things back for someone the food reminds me of. Huh? I felt something warm on my cheeks. Finally a picture! It was Lance's hand. That's a good picture of him. I was surprised at the unexpected touch. Lance touched me for the first time. Are you nervous? I nodded with my eyes wide open. Lance's hand was warm, unlike his usual cold attitude. Do you miss that person? I instantly knew he meant Grandpa. Yes. Yes, I miss him. I always bought him sweets, even while worrying about his health. I can't do that now. But now I can do it for you and all the other boys. Bringing something back home for someone, it's the first time I did that since Grandpa died. So I was happy when I was saying I'll take it to go. Lance looked at me without saying anything. Then his hand on my cheek started to move a bit. It is quite amazing to be able to touch you like this. When I turn back into a doll, I won't be able to. Don't turn back into a doll then! To get something from you. To be asked if I like something. To talk to you like this. Lance added, still expressionless. Is Lance feeling anxious too? The dolls may be the ones most scared to turn back to the way they were. My cheeks where Lance's hand was tickled. What? I suddenly became strongly aware of Lance's hand on my cheeks. My face suddenly turned bright red. It's embarrassing. I shook Lance's hand off without knowing. What's wrong? Lance stared at me. Lance just touched me. His touch still lingered on my cheeks. Is it really nothing? Let's go in. It's cold. I stood up awkwardly and headed toward the front door. Ugh. It hasn't been a few days since you started working here, and already you're playing hooky. How brave.
Aw, Mr. Tobin, I wasn't playing hooky. I was just thinking for a moment.
How can he be playing hooky if it was actually there? Just because he's spacing out doesn't mean he's playing hooky. You want one? Oh, he looks cute holding a cat there, Mr. Hoppin.
No, I don't smoke. And besides, I'm a student. I'm not that corrupt to offer you a cigarette. Oh, you were offering candy? I'm trying to quit. My mouth feels empty. But now I think I'm going to be addicted to those candies. I heard you were a chain smoker. You're trying to quit? I have to, since I have a family now. Good idea.
Ah, that's John. Did Tay bring John to Haben?
Oh ho! I don't know who you belong to, but you're quite the handsome cat, buddy. You guys suit each other. Oh, really? The other two cats at home will be jealous. Can we really keep it at the cafe? It's okay. I'm familiar with cats. No need to worry about having one more. I'm oddly popular with cats. The two at home used to come just for food until they completely settled. I worried that I was asking too much, but I'm glad it's okay. It depends on the favor. Who can resist such a cute kitty? But who was the owner? According to Yano, he's at a better place now. Mr. Haben? Well, I hope you relax and rest well here. Until you meet your owner again.
That sounded like a rather non-committal meow. Let's see. I have my textbook, my notebooks, my wallet, and my phone. Nothing more, right? I checked one more time, just in case I left anything behind, and I closed my bag. I finished eating and packed, so all I had to do now was go to school.
Hey, come over here!
Normally, I would have gotten mad at him for not knocking. But this time, he looked so serious that I got scared. What's happening now? I felt like something bad just happened. What? What happened?
Come here first! Come on!
Huh? What? Oh, wait! Red held onto my arm and dragged me out. Is that a limousine? Did Yuri actually get a limousine? The living room was empty. Did everyone go out already? Where is everybody?
Outside! We should hurry too!
Something big must have happened if everyone ran outside already. I followed Red and hurried out. Everyone was standing at the first door. What's everyone doing here? What? I was just approaching the boys from behind when I suddenly became speechless. The body shined gloriously, as if it had just been washed. Yup, the limousine. Why did you have to mention it? The flawless wheels and the emblem lighted under the morning sun drew everyone's attention. It seemed to say, "I'm expensive, so serve me carefully." A limousine. A limousine. There's a limo in front of my house. The car I thought I might ride once to my wedding day was right in front of my eyes. I couldn't believe my own eyes and wondered what this was all about. Why is this car in front of our house? It's our new ride to school. Huh. Yano said innocently. He must not know what this majestic car is. We're going to ride this car to school from day on. But Master, can we really ride this? I'm afraid to get in. Why is he so afraid? I'm afraid too. Its splendor was intimidating. If someone scratches the car, they'll have to use their life savings to pay off the insurance. But there was something more important than that. Our ride to school? Who the hell told you?
Oh, I did, of course, my honey.
Yuri suddenly appeared from behind. What are you talking about, Yuri?
After taking that hellish bus yesterday, I thought about it. If I keep taking the bus, my looks would soon be tarnished. But you guys made a fuss about me taking the cab every day.
Ah, so Yuri did actually take the bus once. I'm kind of curious as to what his reaction was, how he would have taken it. I wish they had shown us.
So, I just bought it.
Bought it? There's no way you could have made that much money yet. This is on a completely different level from me collecting dolls.
This guy over here will safely take us to school without tarnishing my dignity. You know, someone once said, let them eat cake if there was no bread.
What, do we actually have a limousine driver?
I would like to say this. Let them take a limo if there is no bus. You get what I mean.
The modern Marie Antoinette. I wonder if he knows that the person who said that was guillotined.
I understand you want a comfortable ride to the academy, but this is way too much compared with bread. I think you overdid it this time, Yuri. Overdid what? It has to be on my level if I'm to ride it, of course.
Wow! It's so long! I've never seen something like this before. This great thing's your ship, Yuri? Can we ride it?
Oi, stop touching it. You're getting your fingerprints all over it. And like I just said, we'll be going to the academy in this.
As big as the limousine was, so was my headache.
All right, and as my honey requests, I got you all smartphones. Here, everybody take one.
Yuri took out 4 smartphones from his bag. Wow, now I can do video chat with you, Master. The boys were excited at their smartphones plus the limo. The smartphones felt pretty compared to the limo in front of my eyes. I think they missed a word. They probably meant pretty insignificant or pretty small or something compared to the limo. Just, oh my god, that's all I can say. Can we really ride this? It looks so expensive.
Of course it is. What's the problem with me getting in my own car?
There are so many problems that I don't even know where to start. I asked you this several times today, but where do you get the money? You're not doing something bad, are you? Shh. Yuri put the sunglasses he was holding onto my lips. I noticed even the sunglasses were from a high-fashion label. I felt my head spin at all the luxury items I've seen today.
My honey is so curious. You want to know everything about me, don't you? I like that, but don't try to know more than you can handle. A princess just has to get on the white horse the prince prepares. All other trivial things don't matter.
If the prince of that limousine is trivial, then I'm less significant than a dust particle floating in the air. Okay, if we don't have a chauffeur, did Yuri actually manage to acquire a driver's license?
Don't worry, then I'll breathe you in, so you don't ever have to leave me.
That's kinda creepy. Ugh, it's not even cold and I'm getting goosebumps. If I hear any more of this, I'll turn into a chicken and fly away.
To add, I'll be driving.
Oh, he is gonna drive.
You guys just relax and enjoy the ride.
You know how to drive? And I think he has it in his head that being a driver is cool. I pondered over whether I should point out that a limo driver isn't that cool.
I will slowly answer all your trivial questions later on. Then shall we, my honey?
Yuri winked. I lost my words and just stared blankly at the limo with its door open. God, today won't be so smooth after all. I do have a hobby I can't tell anyone about, but besides that, I was completely ordinary on the outside. So I thought that I would ride a limousine once in my life on my wedding day. But what I'm seeing right now is overturning all of that. Who knew that I'd take a limo to school? Maybe my grandpa up there would have known. Anyways, every day I've been going to school in the car of everyone's dreams. In a freaking limousine. The limousine is way too big. Red looks tiny next to that gigantic seat.
Since Commander got off, it's my turn now. Don't rush. Princess, you don't mind the cherry boy, and just get off when you want to, since you can't get hurt.
Master, see you at the classroom. Every time one of the boys get off, I can hear girls screaming. Tay, look over here! Seeing the crowd, I feel like I'm looking at movie stars getting on the red carpet. Are we gonna get beat up because they don't like me riding the limo with all these guys? Isn't that gonna be kind of suspicious? Of course, this is not a red carpet event. It's just people going to school, a normal thing that happens every day. The number of screaming girls grew, and they started to form a massive crowd around the limousine. But I have no idea why half of those girls aren't wearing our school uniform. After Yuri, Yano, Red, and Tay got out of the car, I was alone. Right, Lance left early for school because of his discipline duties. When the 4 boys entered the school gate, the noisy crowd naturally disappeared along with them. I took the chance and quietly got out of the car. Phew! I can't make an objective decision yet on whether the bus or the limo is the safer way to go to school. If a crowd forms every day like today, it might be more dangerous than a packed bus. But it's definitely better that I'll never be late for school. I got out of the car, brushed off my clothes, and headed to the gate. I was about to pass the gate when I saw a familiar face. Huh? It's Lance, who started his discipline guide duties. Seeing him stand there without looking exhausted, I think this suits him. Lance looked pretty interested in the student government last time, and he ended up applying to join. I'm glad he has something he wants to do. I felt glad to see him in front of the gate and was about to say hi. But I suddenly felt as if there were more people around the gate than usual. Sure enough, A number of girls were lingering around the gate. It seemed as if they were going to stay there, looking at Lance right until the bell rings. I think it'd be too hard to be friendly with him in a situation like this. I took out my smartphone and texted him. "Good luck, Lance. You look good as the discipline guide." Okay. As soon as I sent the text message, I saw Lance take out his smartphone from his pocket. But, as expected, he didn't reply and just put the phone back into his pocket. And he went straight back to fulfilling his duties, as if nothing happened. It's so Lance. I took a glimpse at him for the last time and went through the gate amidst the girls.
Here's the limousine girl.
Oh no, so I was seen, and now rumors are going to spread and I'm going to get beat up. And harassed. Stop it! There were so many people today.
It's a small cost for what you get to enjoy.
Going to school with cute boys in the limo every morning. You can't get luckier than that.
And the Ice Prince is standing right there in front of the gate. Your eyes must be screaming with joy.
A week before, when I first came to school in the limo, Soy clung on to me and started interrogating me about everything. So I had to come up with whatever excuse I can, like I did when they transferred to this school. I told her that Mr. Yuri was giving me a ride as a thank you for being a guide to the Hot 5. I added that I couldn't refuse and that I only found out about the limo on the day I started taking it. I would never be able to tell her the honest details, but I had no choice but to tell her I was taking the limo. Well, no. Even if I didn't tell her, she would have soon found out anyway, since there's such a big fuss. "You look tired," Soy said while sipping her strawberry milk with a straw. "Yeah, a bit. It's natural that I feel tired after getting through that enormous crowd. I wasn't physically in a battle, but I just feel so exhausted."
Tired? Why? You came to school with a Hot 5.
I told you, even you'd be tired after seeing a bunch of scary girls run at you in the morning. I'm thinking of talking to Yuri about me just taking the bus.
Then I can take the limo instead of you.
Your house is on the opposite side.
It doesn't matter. I can just go early and wait. Do you think I care about time and money when I have the chance to ride in that dream car?
I think Soy thinks of our house as a limousine stop. I left her to chatter on and took out my smartphone. I didn't get any texts. Oh, I thought Yano would want to text her right away. I guess everyone's busy trying to make their way into the building since no one's contacted me yet. Yuri ended up getting smartphones for everyone. Thanks to that, we can contact each other without any trouble. As expected, Yano's the one who texts me the most. Tae, Yuri, and Red only contact me when they have something to say. On the other hand, Lance doesn't text at all.
Hey, give me your smartphone. You only seem to be calling and texting. That's a waste of a phone. Why don't you get some apps?
Apps? I didn't often see ads for different apps on TV and on magazines. But it was too much of a bother to search and install, so I've never tried using one. When Soy was just about to take my phone, the bell rang.
Oh, the bell rang. I'll install a couple for you later. Class is it for today? Since the midterms are right around the corner, make sure you all study properly.
Finally, math class is over. It was so difficult trying to stop myself from dozing off. Should I take a quick nap? Oh, right. I searched for my smartphone to check for text at the time. No text so far.
God, math is probably the most complicated field of study mankind has ever invented.
I agree. I'm definitely sure that the black things are letters, and the white is the paper. What the hell am I even supposed to do with these alien letters and numbers? I fidgeted with my smartphone and answered. I only know the basic functions on my phone, but I unconsciously hold on to my phone. They need to use more pronouns in this writing.
Right? I'm not the only one who thinks that way, right? You are so my friend. Since I have you, I don't think I'll be alone in the exams.
No thanks. I don't want to end up last in class with you.
Come on. What are friends for if not to go to hell together?
Her single word has given me tickets to hell and being the last in school. Who was right in front of me?
Ugh, How could you break up with me so easily? I knew Shimby's the only one on my side. Help me!
Soy teared up and ran toward Shimby. Shimby let out a sigh and stood up from her seat. Huh? Seeing her come towards this way, I put my smartphone on the desk. Hey. Yeah? I couldn't help but get nervous and tremble a bit when she called me. It was so intimidating the way she looked down at me, since I was sitting down and she was tall. I don't know if it's okay to say this about a girl, but she's so handsome. A group of girls were looking this way with revering eyes.
Good, good. You go, Shimby. Show her what you've got. You've trained all this time by the waterfall.
Like she's training in martial arts. Waterfall? So I must be reading fantasy novels these days. The chick. Chick? He's crying. What? What does she mean, chick? You know what she means by chick. Come on. Who's the chick? You know. Look over there. Soy pointed somewhere with her finger. I could see Yano hugging onto his math book, looking as if tears were about to fall from his big eyes. He knows how to bring out the mother instinct from girls. Surrounding him were a bunch of kids. Actually, girls hiding their dark desires. For some reason, there seemed to be more girls around him today. I couldn't just stay still while he was crying, so I went towards him. Yano, what's up with you? Why are you crying? Yeah, Yano, why are you crying? Did someone hit you?
I don't know what's going on, but my arms are free. So, what's going on? I'll listen, so why don't you tell me? Or do you want to come to my house?
Hey, what the hell are you saying? Your house? Obvious much?
What? That obvious? Damn. Hey, you guys move over. He's getting scared. Why are you guys intimidating him? Yano, don't worry. I'll take care of everything for you. Yeah, a man shouldn't cry. Of course, compared to those witches, you're way more Ow! Hey! Who threw this dictionary?
Punishment for a pervert!
What do you mean, pervert?
I can't understand what the hell everyone's saying. They're speaking in human language, but I can't follow their conversation at all. All I could hear are the words pervert and house. For some reason, I'm more worried about this situation than Yano crying. So I was just about to get through the crowd of those weird kids and approach Yano. Suddenly, a familiar figure swooshes by me.
Oh no! Yano, you're crying! Huh? What should we do about those beautiful tears? Who the hell made our yellow chick sad? Tell me, I'll take care of who it is. How dare they touch my property? Whoever that person is, bring it on!
Soy really is an amazing person in several ways. Her eyes were glaring like those of a world champion. Everyone slowly started to back away and got further away from Soy and Yano. I went through the path Soy parted and went behind Yano. Yano, why are you crying? Yano had out the thing he was hugging onto. Huh? The math textbook? Yano nodded. Soy looked confused. On the outside, it just looked like a normal textbook. I opened his book to find anything out of the ordinary. There was nothing strange. No, actually, there was nothing. It was clean. There wasn't a single thing written in the book. Huh?
But what's wrong?
I flipped through the pages again. Even considering the fact that it hasn't been that long since the boys came to school, this was basically a new book. He didn't write any notes.
I'm just stupid. I have no idea what the teacher said. Nothing.
Oh, Yano must have had a hard time understanding math. I remembered the time when I saw Lance and Tay do everything perfectly right after they turned human and felt embarrassed myself. So I used to think to myself, I'm a useless person who can't even do what dolls can do. But I guess not all dolls are smart. I felt sympathetic to Yano, talking about how difficult math is for him. Okay, and we're gonna have to end the video there. We'll find out a little bit more about Yano's math difficulties later on. Hopefully he won't have to get some remedial classes. Maybe Lance will have to tutor him. Or maybe I'll have to tutor him because Lance is too busy with disciplinary duties. But yay, we finally got a picture with Lance, and he touched us for the first time. That's progress. More progress than we've had before. Well, I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.